So this one's going to be a 30-minute, slightly lighter paced class. So we're going to start with our feet hip distance apart and our feet parallel. Bring your focus to your spine, bring your focus to your body. Begin to lengthen your spine up towards the ceiling. Tie your belly button to your spine as you start to activate through your core area, and finding a connection from the bottom of your ribs across to the top of your hips. Arms are loose, neck is long, and we'll start with 4 big deep breaths at the top to begin. Inhaling and exhaling. And again, inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last breath. Inhale, fill your lungs with air and exhale. This time, inhale at the top. I want you to grow tall to the ceiling. As you do, then as you exhale, begin to warm up the spine, knock the chin to the chest, and roll yourself down 1 vertebra at a time. Coming down as far as you can. When you get to the bottom, you can bend your knees if you need. Check you have an even weight distribution between the balls and heels of the feet. And just gently shake your arms and head. Make sure there's no tension through your upper body. The crown of your head should be just falling down towards the mat. Then take an inhale. As you exhale, scoop into your belly, draw your belly into the ceiling, and then roll yourself back up, 1 vertebra at a time, until you're back up to standing. And again, inhale, grow tall. Exhale, rolling down. Coming down as far as you can. Arms are loose, head is loose. Just give everything a little bit of a shake. Then take an inhale. As you exhale, draw the belly in, roll yourself back up, 1 vertebra at a time, until you're back up to standing. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, roll yourself down. Come down as far as you can. Just notice your distance from the mat. Then take an inhale. As you exhale, draw the belly in, roll yourself back up, 1 vertebra at a time, until you're back up to standing. So, come to 3/4 of the way back on your mat. I want you to roll yourself down and then come into a quadruped position. So rolling down. And then from here, just walk your hands out and come down onto your hands and knees. So just check for me here that your hands are under your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. You have your belly button drawn up into your spine. That's going to find you strength and stability by activating through your core. And then from here, we're going to work with the opposite arm and leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, right arm and left leg comes out to the end of the mat, then lifts up and lower back down. Inhale, exhale, out to the end of the mat, then lift, keeping the rest of the body nice and still, and lower back down. So just the shoulder socket and the hip socket. Continue here. Good. Alternating sides without moving your pelvis, without lifting your hips. You should feel this a little bit more into the glutes. Good. So do 1 more on each side. Exhale as you come out to the end of the mat. Lift up and lower back down. Keep your spine lengthened out through the crown of the head. And lower back down. Good. So from here, bring your right leg out to the back of the mat. Lift it to the ceiling without lifting your hip. Keep your pelvis facing the mat. You're going to do 10 pulses here up towards the ceiling for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg there. And another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float that leg back down underneath your hips, and then bring your left leg out. Float it out to the back. Then lift it to the ceiling, focusing on the glutes and the hamstrings working. 10 pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the leg there. Now you're going to do another 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Float the leg back down. Just come down onto your sit bones into a child's pose. Have a quick stretch here. Reach the fingertips forward. Good. And then from here, I want you to roll yourself over onto your back. So swing yourself around. Come to lying. Lying on your back. So your feet are hip distance apart. Arms are down by your side. And you're going to start here just with some basic bridging. Take an inhale. As you exhale, begin by tilting the pelvis towards you, then start to peel the spine up, one vertebra at a time. Coming up to just between the shoulder blades. Check when you get to the top here, you're standing firmly into your feet and that both of your glutes are activating. You've still got a connection here from your ribs across to your hips, and you're sending your hips to the ceiling. Take an inhale. As you exhale, soften through the back of the breastbone first, then the back of the ribs, then the lower back. Finally, the back of the pelvis comes down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt the pelvis. Peel the spine up. Think about sending energy over your thighs, across the top of your knees. Lengthen your spine out through your kneecaps. Inhale at the top. Exhale. Lower back down. Now if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, feel free to bring your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt the pelvis. Peel the spine up. Just between your shoulder blades, be careful not to flare your ribs and come up too high. Inhale here. Exhale. Lower back down. So we're going to do 3 more. Exhale. Send the hips to the knees. Send the knees over the toes. Coming up as far as you can into that bridge position. You have a straight line between your knees and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Peel the spine back down. 2 more. Exhale. Tilt the pelvis. Peel the spine up. Coming up to just between the shoulder blades. Inhaling here. Exhale. Soften the back of the breastbone down to the mat. Then the back of the ribs, the lower back. Finally, the back of the pelvis. Last one. Good. Now hold this position here. Stand firmly into your feet. If you don't already have your arms up towards the ceiling, I want you to bring your fingertips to the ceiling, your palms facing each other. Keep this straight line here between your shoulders and your knees. Now from here, hold that position. Take an inhale. As you exhale, open the arms out to the side. Inhale, like they're moving through honey, they come back to the center or to the ceiling. Exhale, open them out. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, back to the top. Exhale, open out. Inhale, back to the top. So 2 more from here. Keep your hips towards the ceiling. Keep standing firmly into your feet. Last one, open the arms out. Inhale, back to the top. Then take an inhale at the top. As you exhale, peel the spine 1 vertebra at a time, all the way back down to the mat, till your pelvis comes all the way down. From here, just hug your knees into your chest. Get a slight stretch through your glutes here. Good. Place 1 hand on each knee, just drawing the knees in. I want you to do 5 big circles in each direction. Keeping the hands on the knees. 5 one way, and then coming back the other way. Good. Bring your feet down to the mat. Now, if you have a ball, you can place the ball between your knees here. Otherwise, even a pillow will do, or a towel. A thinner pillow folded in half, or a towel between the knees. Both of those would work fine. Interlace your hands at the base of your skull. And just slightly bring your elbows up into your peripheral vision. That should give you a connection into the back of the shoulders. Place a pot of gold on your belly. Allow it to sink deep down to the mat. Then take an inhale. As you exhale, your gaze is going to come across the ceiling. You're curling up through your head, neck and shoulders. Gaze finishes between your thighs. Inhale here. Exhale, lower back down. And again, inhale. Exhale, curling up. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down. So 4 more like this. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Inhale at the top. Exhale as you lower. Last 3. Inhale. Inhale at the top. Exhale to lower. Last 2 now. And last one, inhale, exhale, curl up. Gaze finishes between your thighs. Keep your shoulders down away from your ears. Take an inhale at the top and exhale, lower yourself back down. Good. From here, leaving your hands where they are. We're going to do 2 more of the same thing, so curling up through the head, neck and shoulders. Only this time we're going to add some pulses into our knee, or into the ball or the towel or the pillow between our knees when we get to that top position. So inhale, exhale, curl up. Good. Just find your alignment, shoulders away from your ears, belly is drawn into the mat. 10 pulses into the ball between your knees for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale as you come up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower back down. Another one from this position. Inhale. Exhale, curl up, sink the belly down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up higher. Exhale as you lower. Taking the ball out from between your ball or the pillow out from between your knees. Now you can always keep the ball handy. We're going to come into the hundreds. If you find that you need to place something under your neck for this exercise, just bring your pillow or towel or ball underneath your head so that you can rest your head down as you need to. You can leave your feet on the mat, or you can bring your legs into a tabletop position. Arms are down by your side, palms facing down. Sink into your belly, curl up through your head, neck and shoulders. Good, and then from here, start to pump your arms. Inhale for 5 pumps and exhale for 5. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Two more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Last breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Lower your head, neck and shoulders down to the mat. Hug your knees into your chest, releasing through your abdominals. Good. So from here, this time, interlace your hands again at the base of your skull. You can do this next exercise with your feet on the mat or with your legs in a tabletop position. So if you've got your feet on the mat, I want you to float your right leg into a tabletop position. If your legs are both already in that tabletop position, then you don't need to do anything from here other than curl up through your head, neck and shoulders. So find that deepening into your abdominals. Starting with your right leg, you're going to do 10 toe taps, leaving the 90-degree angle at the knee. 2, 3, keep your abdominals engaged. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. You can lower yourself down in between if you need. Otherwise, curling back up again. Now we're going to go with the left leg. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Lower your head, neck and shoulders down and hug your knees into your chest. Good. Draw them in close, draw them in tight. That's it. So now from here, we're just going to do a little bit of movement into your neck. So I want you to place the ball underneath your head. So it's sort of allowing your head to be quite heavy into the ball. Your feet are still hip distance apart with your knees bent to the ceiling, and you can just have your arms down by your side for this exercise. So I want you to start by just nodding the chin to the chest, and the ball is almost on its own, of its own accord, just popping out from underneath the back of your head, and then bring your head back to the center. And again, nod the chin to the chest, and come back to the center. Nod the chin to the chest, and back to the center. So we don't want to activate any neck muscles. We just want to allow the head to feel heavy into the ball. You could also use a pillow or a towel if you needed to. 2 more. Chin to chest, back to the center. Last one. and back to the center. So now you want to try and push the ball down between your shoulder blades with the back of your head. So your chin is going to come up to the ceiling, your head tilts behind you, and then come back to the center. Again, your head stays heavy into the ball. Tilt, chin to the ceiling, and back to the center. So just continue here. Head, neck and shoulders are relaxed and loose. Good, 2 more. And then back to the center. Okay, so now we're going to take your gaze over your right shoulder. So just dropping the head down, looking over your right shoulder, and then coming back to the center, changing sides now. So looking over your left shoulder, the head stays heavy into the ball, back to the center. Over the right shoulder, back to the center, left shoulder, back to the center. So 2 more to each side. And the last one each side. Head heavy in the ball. Good, and back to the center. So now bring your chin to your chest, look over your left shoulder, then bring the chin to the ceiling, over your right shoulder, and then back down. So I want you to circle 4 times in this direction. You've just done 1. That's now your second. 3. 4. And then other way. 4 in the other direction now, circling around. 2. 3. And 4. Good. So from here, just take the ball out, or the towel, come down onto the mat. Just let your head feel heavy there for a moment. And then from here now, I want you to roll yourself onto your side. So coming onto your side, resting your head on your arm, feet in line with your hips, and then from here just 10 knee lifts, bringing your leg to the ceiling for 10. Keeping your pelvis still. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now bring that leg up to hip distance from the bottom one. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend that leg straight out. Flex your foot, 10 circles in each direction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just rest that leg down. Give the hip a little bit of a rub if you need to. Bring your top hand and just bring it to the back of your head, leaving your knees in the same position. Now I want you to bring your elbow over towards the top of your forehead. And then from here, keeping your pelvis still, reach your elbow forward, then reach it up to the ceiling, rotate through your spine, feel the stretch through the front of the chest, keep your pelvis still, hips still, and then reach it back to the ceiling and come back over to the front. 3 more of those. Reach that elbow, rotate through your spine, get movement, get rotation in there. Mid and upper spine, come back to the ceiling and back down to the front. 2 more. Reach the elbow. Good. And back to the front. Last one. And back to the front. Good. So from here you're going to change sides, either rolling yourself directly onto the other side or bringing your legs to the other side of the mat. Resting your head down on your arm. Your feet and hips are in line. Knees are bent. Top hand just resting in front. And then from here 10 knee lifts. Just the knee lifts, the pelvis stays still. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now the leg lifts to hip distance from the bottom one. 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Now from here, extend that leg straight out, flex your foot, reach your heel away from you. 10 circles in each direction. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back the other way for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring the leg back in. Give the hip a little bit of a rub if you need to. Place your hand, your top hand at the back of your head and just bring your elbow over in front of your forehead. And then from here, book openings, you're going to reach your elbow forward, reach your elbow up to the ceiling, keep your pelvis still, rotate into your spine, stretch the front of your chest, and then come back to the ceiling and back over to the front. And again, reach the elbow, feel that nice stretch, feel that nice rotation in your spine, back to the ceiling and back to the front. 2 more. And last one. Back up to the center and lower back down. Good. So from here, bringing yourself up to a seated position, taking your bands, just placing your band around the balls of your feet. Now, if you don't have a band, you could use a towel here as well if you needed to. Sitting up nice and tall to begin, take an inhale at the top. As you exhale, tilt the pelvis towards you, roll yourself down to the mat, 1 vertebra at a time, till you're all the way down. Then reverse it, chin to the chest, roll yourself up until you're back up to a seated position. So just continue with those. 2, 3, focusing on the movement in the spine, the core control. It takes control, core control, to roll yourself down, come back to the top. Keep your gaze towards your navel. You could always just come down halfway if you needed to modify. Just bring yourself down halfway. Good, and rolling back up. So make this your last one. And then roll yourself back up. So from here, take your left foot out, just leave your right foot in the band, roll yourself down, and I want you to just come into a hamstring stretch. So pull that leg towards you, get a nice stretch down the back of the leg. Hold that there. Another 10 seconds here. Pull that leg a little bit closer to your body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring your right arm out onto the mat. Bring your leg across your body and feel that nice stretch down the outside of the hips and maybe into the glutes. Holding that there, feeling that stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your leg back up to the center, and then now just drop your leg out to the other side. Feeling the stretch down the inside of the thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg comes back to the center, change sides, and we're just going to do the same stretches on the other side. So starting with a hamstring stretch, pulling the leg towards you, pulling the band towards you, stretching out the back of that leg. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the leg comes across the body, stretches out down the outside of the hip into the glutes. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your leg back to the center. Last one now, stretching out the inside of your thigh. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring your leg back up to the center. Push into the band, roll yourself up, place your band down, and then just bring yourself over onto your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Come into a cat stretch, arch your spine up to the ceiling. Send your head and tailbone down, then back through the center and come in the other direction. Head and tailbone up now, send the belly down. Good. One more in each direction. And then back the other way, head and tailbone up. Good. Tuck your toes underneath. Come onto the balls of your feet. Feel that stretch in your calf, in your Achilles. Send your heels down to the mat and then roll yourself back up. until you're back up to standing. So we're just going to finish with 2 roll downs here. Take an inhale, you're back to where you started, feet hip distance apart. Feet parallel, spine lengthened, inhale at the top. Then as you exhale, nod the chin to the chest and roll yourself down. Coming down as far as you can. Arms and head are loose. Good. Then take an inhale. As you exhale, draw the belly into the spine. Roll yourself back up, 1 vertebra at a time, until you're back up to standing. And again, inhale, grow tall to the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest, roll yourself down. Knees bent if need be, arms and head are loose. Good. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, roll yourself up, keep your head, neck and shoulders relaxed. Coming all the way back up to standing. 2 big shoulder rolls back and 2 big shoulder rolls forward. And well done, guys. First class done. If you've watched this and you're getting a clap, then well done. You've done it well.